Hi, I'm Dave McMahon from Powersports Business Magazine. Alongside me here is John Prusak from Snowgoer. One of the transactions you might have missed over the holidays was Arctic Cat buying back its shares of stock from Suzuki. One of the things I want to talk to John about here today is just what that means for the industry in general, and how the transaction occurred, and John's thoughts on what it means for the future for Arctic Cat. So, John, when you first heard of it, what was your initial reaction when you learned that Arctic Cat was buying back its shares?
Well, it was a nice power play by Arctic Cat. I mean, there's always been rumors out there because they're one of the smaller manufacturers that, how are they doing? Are they for sale? Is someone going to buy them? And the truth is, Arctic Cat has always had these really big cash reserves. And so they were able to take $79 million in cash, buy out Suzuki's one-third share, and they still have a $60 million cash reserve. So it really shows how strong Arctic Cat, in fact, really is.
Yeah, that use of their own cash to make the purchase was pretty impressive. What is it about Arctic Cat, especially in their snowmobile division here in recent years, that's allowed them to build up that type of cash reserve?
Well, Arctic Cat's kind of a conservative company, and they run their business like a small town operation. They pay their bills, they do it right. They have been sinking a lot of money into R&D in recent years, which is shown with some of their new product, both in snow and with the Wildcat UTV. So they've worked themselves into a strong position.
And what's the when you look at just the relationship that they've had with Suzuki going forward? I know that Arctic Cat's going to be making their own snowmobile engines for the 2014 model year. Just looking back at the history between these two companies? What does it say just about how Arctic Cat's grown from where it was to where it is today?
Yeah, well, Suzuki has been a vendor for Arctic Cat dating back to the 1970s. They've been producing engines for Arctic Cats. In the 1980s, when Arctic Cat got into a little bit of tight times, Suzuki became a one-third owner in Arctic Cat as a part of Arctic Cat's fending off a takeover bid by Polaris. So Suzuki has been a big part of Arctic Cat's history. But Arctic Cat started making its own ATV and UTV engines here a couple years back, and as you said, now in 2014 they're going to be starting to build their own snowmobile engines. So Arctic Cat is moving forward with their own direction. In the meantime, Suzuki gets some cash and is able to do things on their end, including maybe dig deeper into the automotive market.